So once you have reached the age of 8, you can be criminally responsible for anything you do.
Cases where charges are being pressed against a minor for a sexual offense involving another minor are rare, but it's happening now. A 15-year-old girl claims that she was sexually assaulted by her classmate during lunch break at school last week, Thursday, June 17th. While information on the incident has been concealed by News 4 to protect the identity of the child and to avoid jeopardizing the outcome of the sensitive case, the third-form student alleges that a 14-year-old boy and his accomplice, who is also 14, did so in a vacant classroom at their Providenciales High School. A report was filed at the downtown Providenciales police station by the girl's mother following the incident, which occurred around 12:30 p.m.
Well, we are still in the initial stages with our investigation, so I can't comment on what charges can or may not be laid, because you first have to investigate, see what you have, and determine what offense is committed.
We can reveal that both of the two young men, who are locals, have been suspended until the case has been closed, but whether they will ever return to school is dependent on if they are found innocent or guilty. The Education Ordinance states that if a student is found guilty of an alleged criminal offense, the individual will be expelled from the public school system. Since human rights prohibit placing juveniles in adult prisons, plans were made by the then Ministry of Health and Human Services to build a 20-acre juvenile rehabilitation facility on Middle Caicos. But that was 3 years ago, and there has since been no developments. It was a venture created to discontinue sending those in need overseas for treatment. So since that's not an option, what is?
Okay, and in a case where a minor is convicted of a criminal activity, what's the usual procedure?
Well, the usual thing is that the courts usually order a probation report, which comes out through the social development, which looks into the individual or individual social well-being, where you will look at their home setup and what's going on within their home and outside of their home, and also the school activities. So you will find that if that individual has fallen short or is falling short in one area or the other, the social development through counseling and their programs which they have set up would be able to enhance that individual in that area where he's fallen short and to try to keep him on the straight and narrow path.
How long does this normally go on for?
Usually a probation period is no or less than a year.
The program, Sergeant Chase said, proves successful. For WIV4 News, I'm Nikira John.